right? So as I open up my guard and step, right? I think some of you think that I'm using this to push. I'm using this more to keep him from, pushing into me, so I can create a little bit of space. But how I get to spin is when I underhook here, I just keep on curling, right? I bring this thing all the way up, and you can grab the back of your head if you want to. This is the best way to keep getting that spin, right? And then you're trapping this arm with your hip and leg, right? Just pin your quad right to his shoulder. He cannot post it out. It's hard, right? If I'm down here, now post it out, right? If I'm up here, post it out, right? You can still hit the arm bar. No arms, no arms. Questions on that? Trap it with your legs, guys. It's just here, right? If he's big and strong, your legs should be stronger than his arm. But you have your extra hand here to pop this elbow in, right? But if you need to get that spin, just lift that arm up, right? Punch your knee under here and just get it going, right? So just keep on turning. I just lift, turn it that way. So as I'm here with closed guard, I step on the hip, and then I just keep on pulling. Just lift this up to my head, right if you want. Okay? It's hard for him to post this arm out, guys, because my leg and hip is in the way. So at that point, like, somebody asked me too, well, what if he posts his leg out? If he's going that way, you're doing the sweep wrong, right? If you guys watch how he rolls, at this point, you can literally just roll this way and just bring the arm up to you. See how he's going away from his feet? Shouldn't matter where his post is at. He's not going sideways. He's kind of more rolling up over his head and shoulder, okay? You can imagine the next transition from there, right? So I'm here and I'm holding. Notice how I pull him and I put him to one side. A part of this is, it kind of hides what I'm doing over here with this arm before he sees it. And I have to open up the guard, right? So once I get to here, if he is reading this and I haven't, because it's all one big momentum sweep, right? I typically don't stop here. But even if we did, and he starts to try to posture up and pull out, right into it. So turn me a little bit here. So you guys can see, as long as his arms, this is why I'm so big on keeping your thigh and your hip to the back of this arm right here, right? So when this happens, right, even as this comes around, it's pushing that arm to me, and then I'm just here into it, right? You don't even have to do the sweep. But why do we do the sweep? Because we're trying to get the top or back first. We don't want to stay under anybody just because we can. If I'm out here in the streets, I'm like I'm not wanting to get punched, but at this point he can pick me up, start slamming me right onto pavement. So I'm going to start working. And this would be kind of stupid because if he's Mason, he's going to pick me up and slam me on the concrete, right? Mm-hmm. So if I was doing anything for me personally, at this point, an armbar is not the first thing that I'm going to go for, but I could use this flower sweep to get to this armbar and then arm drive and get to the back. Then I'm accomplishing my mission, right? But as a simple basic sweep, it's too simple to just do all that extra bullshit anyways, right? So when I get here, now I'm on top. Just start raining down bows or whatever I need to do self-defense wise. Tournaments don't do that. Be nice. So the arm bar is obviously there. We're giving you the ability to fight off of your back, or in a tournament, score points and end it, right? But ultimately, in here, you shouldn't go for that arm bar first, right? Unless you're just trying to prove a point with your training partners. I get it, right? But if you have goals and ultimately self-defense, that arm bar is there more for the ladies that can't get out from under a big guy. That's what that's for. But if they know how to do the sweep, maybe they can do the sweep first and be on top. You can't always trust that a broken arm or a broken leg is going to end a fight, right? Self-defense wise. So that's why we go for the chokes always. Be on top or be on the back first. If you can't get there, break the arm, get it out of the way, right? As Sean Flannery said in our seminar, break the arm, get it out of the way, and choke him. When it really matters, right, outside these doors, that's what you want to train for. If you just train for an arm bar, cool. What if you miss it? It's slippery out here, right? Or what if you break it and he keeps coming after you, right? Or she, like Tiana's crazy. Right? But it is there, right? And ultimately, it's easier to fight somebody with one arm than it is with no arms. So the closed guard, we're in the closed guard because here, I cannot control his posture with my legs. right? My guard is open. I can do a lot of cool things, but here I can actually pull him to me, right? I can squeeze and pull, and now I can really get in for this. But what if he reads this and squeezes down on me now, right? So at this point, this is where I would use the sweep, right? He just comes on. See how slow it is? But you can get your arm or leg in front of him too. It's the same thing because this leg or this arm is right here next to the hip. You have everything you need for the arm bar, and it's the same movement as the sweep. It's just my leg is in a different place. I'm bridging, and I'm shooting my hips to the sky almost. And in that moment, he just goes right onto his back, right? And yeah, self-defense, I would pop this thing out and immediately start trying to get to the back, right? Cool? Mm-hmm. Questions, comments, statements of confusion. Armbar's there, hit it, 1, 2.